strengthen its hold in the state Bharatiya Janata Party comes up new state office building in Kohima's Upper Agri Colony. National President J.P. Nadda virtually inaugurates new office in presence of Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal and other top leaders from the state. Department recruited aggrieved nurses 2021 agitation demanding regularization of their service and release of pending salary enters day 7. With government paying no heed to their demand, nurses resort to wear scrub dresses and COVID-19 kits to mark protest. A stone quarry collapse in Mizoram on Monday claims lives of 8 migrant laborers. So far, 8 bodies recovered, with 15 to 20 others still feared to be trapped under the debris. Calling India's energy security important for global growth, Prime Minister Narendra Modi hails India as the world's fastest growing economy at the G20 Summit. PM Modi also reiterates India's long-standing position in favor of dialogue and diplomacy in Ukraine during his address. The footsteps of Meta and Twitter, Amazon plans to lay off 10,000 employees starting this week. The e-commerce giant cites cost-cutting measures as reason for the layoffs. Welcome to Nagaland TV. You're watching Nltv News now. I am Yashira, and now the news in detail. The State Bharatiya Janata Party office was inaugurated on Monday by Party National President J.P. Nadda, virtually in presence of Union Minister of Ports, Shipping, Waterways and Ayush Sarbananda Sonowal and National Joint General Secretary Shiv Prakash at Upper Agri in Kohima. Nadda, while addressing the gathering via video conference, mentioned the dedication of Nagaland BJP workers and stated that BJP is not only a political party but a party working for social causes too. He further stated that outcomes of numerous peace accords made by BJP government are visible as ASFA has been removed from 66% of the total region of the Northeast. Nadda opined that PM Modi gave a government which is proactive, responsive and responsible, while he called upon the people to join BJP for progress and prosperity. Meanwhile, State President Temjem Imna Along thanked all the dynamic leaders of BJP, the nation workers of Delhi and Prime Minister Narendra Modi for uniting BJP in Nagaland.
The Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi this year on the Independence Day gave his speech from the ramparts of Red Fort. And he had talked about Nari Shakti. When I joined the friends from Nagaland, it becomes important to certainly say one thing, that our S. Fangnon Konyak was the first women Rajya Sabha member from Nagaland. This itself means that Bharatiya Janata Party, under the dynamic leadership of Prime Minister Modi, has been focused to give or to go forward in the women empowerment. When I talk about Nagaland, we all know that it is a very distinct culture which we have to understand. Nagaland is home to 16 tribal communities. We also know that massive development of Northeast under Prime Minister Modi has taken place. We also know that BJP government in 4 of the Northeastern states are there. And today in the office inauguration, I feel it is my honor that today I am inaugurating one of our biggest offices in Nagaland.
For BJP Nagaland State, with the support of our leaders in Delhi, especially our National President Shri Jagat Prakash Nadda ji, and also our former President Shri Amit Shah ji, and also who was our former President of All India, and under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, today BJP Nagaland has come thus far. I have got no much words to say, but we know the time this a depleted old building, by the grace of the former owner, Mr. L. Dulo, had sold that building, and today we have seen this building come to pass. Congratulations to all the BJP Karyakartas of Nagaland. We now have a home and an office of our own. Further, in the days to come, we may build greater buildings and greater achievements and greater state officers or district officers or mandal officers, but this will remain as the first original BJP Nagaland state home and office for all of us. So I take my words to seize so that in the days to come, we all can take the benefit of calling this building as our own at the BJP state office. Once more, I bow my head before all of you and thank you all.
The department recruited aggrieved nurses 2021 has started their second phase of agitation on Monday in the form of wearing scrub suits at the new Secretariat Junction, Kohima. The department has been protesting for service regularization since November 9. However, on Monday, the Department of Health and Family Welfare for the third time held a meeting where they asked the protesters to call off the protest and sit for NPSC exam. However, the third time, the protesters again rejected their proposal, stated that they will continue to its sit-in protest, which might intensify in the long run. Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority organized a meeting on earthquake scenario at ADC office in Jaluki town on November 14. The meeting was chaired by SDO Civil of Perin District Mayor Zumba Jamir. The mock exercise, which is scheduled to be held on November 17, is a preparedness exercise that aimed to create awareness among stakeholders and public on how to respond at the times of disaster. Perin Deputy Commissioner Vineet Kumar asked all the HODs of line departments to extend full cooperation and also execute their assigned duties. The main setup for the mock exercise would be set up at GHSS ground. On other sites identified for exercise will be at Christian Higher Secondary School, ITMS, St. Xavier College, residential areas and market areas. The exercise will be observed by Dean of Veterinary College and proprietor of Burial Valley School. Education on October 26 and November 1. Regarding posting of teachers, Japugong Students' Conference has appealed the department to take action against the teachers who have failed to report to their place of posting at Japugong Range. JKM requested the higher authority to seriously look into the matter in the interest of concerned schools and listed out details of 10 primary teachers and GT science teachers who have failed to turn up in their post of place. The Lithrano Coffee Curing Unit was launched on Monday at Lithrano Coffee Farm in Wokha. Joint Director of Coffee and Board Naveen Kumar Bahal Rintaliant inaugurated the unit, where during the program he expressed his happiness for setting up a coffee curing unit in the state. While on the other hand, Director of Department of Land Department Albert Nuli during his special address congratulated Kieron, the proprietor of unit, and further encouraged the coffee growers to produce the best quality coffee. The fourth edition of Hornbill Master is scheduled to take place on December 1 and 2 at Heritage Old DC Bungalow, Kohima. A non-government and a non-profit organization, Frontier Crew, will organize the competition. Out of more than 50 dart players, 25 national and 3 international players have confirmed to participate during the forthcoming competition. It is to be mentioned that this will be the first time where international dart player from Dubai and Malaysia will be participating in the single and the team event.
This year, with the help of the government and the FTC as a whole, we have brought the prize pool up to 5 lakhs.
FTC, so to say, was and is still a non-political and non-profit organization. We have resolved to join in harmony as one individual and as an indissoluble group. So we are actually dedicated to promote social events, games, and we also encourage spirit of oneness and irrespective of age, community or region.
Expecting about 50 participants from locally as well as nationally and from abroad as well. So this time we wanted to tie up with the government of Nagaland, and luckily they have approved our proposal, and we are in the Nagaland Hornbill Taskmasters this time.
This year,
a 3-day capacity building workshop organized by United Nations Industrial Development Organization in collaboration with Department of Industries and Commerce is underway from November 14 to 16 at Kohima. The workshop is organized for policymakers from different departments of government involved in supporting identified trust industrial sectors. Notably, the program aims to emphasize the importance of evidence and based policy making process towards arriving at an enabling framework for sustainable industrial development of the state. Several government officials from 16 line departments and agencies associated with the industrial development is participating in the program. International experts from UNIDO, Dr. Anders Isaacson and Christoph Hammer is also participating in the interactive session on enhancing the quality of industrial policy during the program. The Maple Tree School in Dimapur organized a Children's Day Carnival on the school playground on Monday. The carnival included various programs such as games, music, food and prize distribution ceremony. Furthermore, Director of School Sanan mentioned that the program had succeeded in bringing together all the parents to have a good time and to boost the morale of the children.
Children's Day Carnival in Maple Tree has been an ongoing thing since I think 2014-15. But because of this 2 years of lockdown, we really wanted to make it bigger and better. So we had to push ourselves, and we really wanted to pull off a big thing for our kids. So 2 years they've not been able to celebrate Children's Day. We were doing everything online, but this year we thought we'll go all out to make sure that our children had fun to the fullest. We had outside stalls, food stalls, more than 21, 22 food stalls have come in, other shops, kids' toys and things like that have come. Teachers have organized game stalls, more than 20 game stalls were there. So it was a sort of a mega event. I think the biggest that we have conducted, but as we were satisfied as long as the children enjoyed themselves, we were thoroughly satisfied. And I think our parents, a lot of parents also got to meet up after such a long break, like, you know, because of the COVID. Everyone was very thankful and everyone enjoyed themselves to the fullest. Okay. We actually had a big build up to it because we started using the social media platform to, 10 more days to go, 5 more days to go, 4 more days to go, in excitement to build up Krishe. So not only parents and children, but children from other schools also, they were calling up their friends and said, how can we enter your, join your carnival? So it was not only for children of Maple Tree, but children from...
The Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, and the Government of Assam signed a Memorandum of Understanding on Monday to jointly operate the Chief Minister's Young Professional Program. HM Bangalore designed the Chief Minister's Young Professional Program. Assam government collaborated with the Premier B School with an aim to bring transformative changes in health, education, women and child development in the state. As per the agreement, 75 working professionals from the private sector will be shortlisted for training to work at the district level under the CMYPP and will be monitored by Government of Assam and HM Bangalore. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma inaugurated the Shillong International Centre for Performing Arts and Culture at Meghalaya's Mokakseong on Monday. Along with the CM Meghalaya Deputy CM Preston Tingsong, Arts and Culture Minister Sangbor Shulai, Chief Secretary D.P. Wahlang also graced the event with their presence. The newly inaugurated SICPAC is under the state's Department of Arts and Culture and is one of a kind to offer a sophisticated platform for artists and art lovers. CM Sangma, while highlighting the importance of the facility, added that the program will set a new benchmark as an infrastructure platform for performing arts in the national and international arena. The facility, which also features a museum, has been built at the cost of total rupees 151 crore, where the central non-lapsable central pool of resource scheme provided rupees 136 crore, whereas the state government provided 15 crore. Mizoram Chief Minister Zoram Thanga on Monday inaugurated a 2-day Kisan Mela, which is being organized by Indian Council of Agriculture Research Complex for Northeastern Hill Region at Mizoram's Kolasip. CM Zoram Thanga, while addressing the gathering, stated that importance should be given to agro-based industries, which would increase the state's economy. Zoram Thanga also stressed on the importance of strategic change and said that in order to achieve considerable production, good coordination with experts in the field of production, transportation, processing and marketing is very important. CM also claimed that the state has enough fallow forest lands to become self-reliant through agro-based industries. On the other hand, Supply, Fisheries and Local Administration Minister K. Lalrin Liana, who also graced the event with his presence, urged the farmers to adopt modern technology-led farming systems to increase livelihood. A stone quarry collapsed on Monday at Maudar village in Mizoram's Nanhital district, where around 8 bodies out of 12 were recovered, while 4 others are feared trapped. BSF rescue team was immediately dispatched for rescue and search operation, while NDRF team reached the spot on Tuesday morning. The Assam police arrested 2 peddlers carrying a huge amount of drugs worth Rs 10 crore in Cachar on Tuesday. The accused men were trying to transport the consignment from Manipur to West Bengal via Assam when they were apprehended by police with 54,000 yaba tablets. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday met his United Kingdom counterpart Rishi Sunak after assuming office for the first time on the sidelines of the 17th edition of G20 Summit. Earlier today, Modi addressed the G20 working session on food and energy security session and reiterated India's long-standing position in favor of dialogue and diplomacy in Ukraine. Notably, PM Modi is scheduled to hold a meeting with leaders of several other participating countries on the sidelines of G20 Summit and review the progress in India's bilateral relations with them. In a departure statement ahead of his visit to Bali, PM Modi said that he is looking forward to addressing the Indian community in Bali at a reception on November 15. It is to be noted that Indonesia's president will hand over the G20 presidency to India at the closing ceremony of the Bali summit. The Central Election Committee of the Bharatiya Janata Party on Monday released a list of candidates for the upcoming Lok Sabha by-elections to be held in Uttar Pradesh as well as the assembly elections of Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. The Saffron Party has announced Raghuraj Singh Shakya as its candidate for the upcoming Mainpuri Lok Sabha polls. Notably, opposition Samajwadi Party has fielded party chief Akhilesh Yadav's wife Dimple Yadav from Mainpuri Lok Sabha constituency, whereas Mainpuri is always considered as a stronghold of the Samajwadi Party. Furthermore, December 5 is the date for polling and December 8 is the date for counting, which coincides with the results of the Himachal Pradesh and Gujarat assembly elections. Union Minister Piyush Goyal on Monday inaugurated the 41st edition of India International Trade Fair. While addressing the gathering, Goyal called for more trade fairs to strengthen the trade fair system and to promote the industry, entrepreneurship, as well as local arts and crafts. The minister suggested that the trade fair should be held twice a year, focusing on the theme Atma Nirbhar Bharat. Minister of State for Commerce and Industry Som Prakash, Minister for Commerce Anupriya Patel and several senior officials also attended the occasion. A slight relief for the people of Delhi as the air pollution levels in the city came down from very poor category to poor category as it recorded an AQI of 221 on Tuesday morning. Furthermore, the National Capital Region also witnessed a little improvement in the air quality as Gurugram recorded an AQI of 162 in the moderate category. However, Noida is still in the very poor category as the AQI stood at 302.
देखिए कल से तो थोड़ा फर्क है, लेकिन हवा ख़राब है, बच्चे परेशान हैं। मैं भी काफ़ी 7-8 किलोमीटर घूमता था, मैं भी 3 किलोमीटर ही कर दिया है। बाकी जो बुजुर्ग थे, मैं देखता हूँ अभी रोड पर 100% जो आदमी थे उसमें 30% ही आ रहा है। एक पोर्शन से डर रहा है काफ़ी, क्योंकि उनको किसी को दमा का प्रॉब्लम है, किसी को है, लेकिन दिक्कत है आज 30% भी आदमी इस रोड पर नहीं दिखाई देता। नहीं तो जब मैं सुबह 5-5:15 निकलता था तो यहाँ बहुत सारी भीड़ रहती थी। ये दिक्कत है, लेकिन कल से कुछ राहत है, थोड़ा सा देखा जा रहा। बाकी तो ऊपर प्रकृति की देन, बाकी बादल भी है। अगर हो सकता है कि बारिश हो जाए तो थोड़ा कुछ राहत मिलता है।
On the occasion of Janjatiya Gaurav Divas, President Draupadi Murmu on Tuesday hailed the people of the tribal communities for their contribution to the society and remarked that the lifestyle of the people of the community is the world's lesson in nurturing nature. Marking the birth anniversary of Birsa Munda, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also paid tribute to the freedom fighter and called him a great son of the country. PM Modi also recalled Munda's contribution in giving a sharp edge to the freedom movement and remarked that his government has declared 15th November as Janjatiya Gaurav Divas to commemorate Birsa Munda on his birth anniversary. Bir Munda was an iconic tribal leader who belonged to the Munda tribe and was born on November 15, 1875. During the British rule in the late 19th century, Munda spearheaded an Indian tribal movement across the tribal belt of Bihar and Jharkhand. Minister of Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari on Monday inaugurated a 1.5-kilometer long two-lane elevated RCC bridge worth Rs 210 crore on Son River in Bihar's Rohtas. Bihar Deputy Chief Minister Tejasvi Yadav, State Bharatiya Janata Party President Sanjeev Jaiswal and other ministers of Bihar government were also present during the stone-laying ceremony of the construction of the bridge. Union Minister Gadkari, while speaking on the occasion, stated that National Highway 19 and National Highway 39 will be directly connected after the construction of the bridge. Gadkari further added that road projects worth Rs 3 lakh crore, including 13 green expressways and economic corridors, would be completed in Bihar by 2024.
ये 13 हाईवे में बिहार में बना रहा हूं, जिसकी कीमत 1,10,000 करोड़ रुपए है। पर आप चिंता मत करिए, मैं भले करोड़ों में बात करता हूं, पर हिंदुस्तान का कोई भी पत्रकार मुझे ये सवाल पूछ नहीं सकता। मैं जो बोलूंगा वो करके दूंगा। ये 13 हाईवे में बिहार में बना रहा हूं।
Senior IAS officer Gaurav Dwivedi on Monday was appointed as the Chief Executive Officer of public broadcaster Prasar Bharati. Notably, an order to this effect was issued by the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, while it mentioned that Dwivedi's term at the public broadcaster will be for a period of 5 years from the day of his joining. Dwivedi is currently posted as Chief Executive Officer of MyGov under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and is responsible for managing the Indian government's citizen engagement platform. It is to be mentioned that Prasar Bharati is a statutory autonomous body set up by an Act of Parliament and comprises Doordarshan Television Network and Akashvani All India Radio. The Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports has announced that the list of sports persons who will receive the National Sports Award 2022, which is scheduled to take place on 30th November at Rashtrapati Bhavan. The awardees will be receiving the awards from the President of India, Draupadi Murmu. A total of 4 players will be honoured with the Dhyan Chand Award 2022, including veteran player Sharath Kamal Anchata, while 25 sportspersons have been selected for the Arjuna Award, which includes Assam's Nayan Moni Saikia in lawn ball, boxer Nikhat Zareen along with Lakshya Sen, Pranay HS in badminton and S. Praganatha in chess. During the 11th special session of United Nations General Assembly on Monday, India's representative remarked that India is concerned over the situation in Ukraine. The UNGA voted in favor of resolution calling for creation of remedy mechanism for damages created by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. A total of 94 countries voted in favor of the resolution, while 14 voted against it, and 73 nations, including India, abstained, addressing the 11th session of UNGA. Ruchira Board stated that India has called for efforts for immediate cessation of hostilities and returning to the path of dialogue and diplomacy. Kamboj also added that global order based on international law, UN Charter and respect for territorial integrity and sovereignty must be upheld. The representative stressed on the parties to conflict must ensure that civilians and civilian infrastructure are not targeted in armed conflicts. India also asserted that dialogue is the answer to settle differences and decide to abstain on the resolution.
President, India continues to remain concerned over the situation in Ukraine. The conflict has resulted in the loss of lives and misery for its people, particularly women, children and elderly, with millions becoming homeless and forced to take shelter in neighboring countries. Reports of attacks on civilians and civilian infrastructure are deeply worrying. We have consistently advocated that no solution can be arrived at the cost of human lives. Escalation of hostilities and violence is in no one's interest. We have urged that all efforts be made for an immediate cessation of hostilities and an urgent return to the path of dialogue and diplomacy.
After Meta, Amazon is on its way to lay off thousands of employees to carry out cost-cutting measures, as the last few quarters haven't been profitable. It is to be mentioned that the upcoming layoffs will be biggest in the company's history. Furthermore, layoffs will be concentrated in the devices segment, which includes Amazon Alexa and the retail sector. West Indies star all-rounder Kieron Pollard has announced his retirement from the Indian Premier League after a stint of 13 years with five-time champions Mumbai Indians. Pollard's decision came amid the transitional phase of the Mumbai Indians as the West Indies great failed to see himself in MI's scheme of things in future. Pollard stated that his loyalty towards the franchisee is such that he cannot envision himself representing any other team in the IPL. However, Pollard will continue his association with MI as a batting coach. That is all for now. Keep watching Nagaland TV for more news and updates.